Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there and he's got a nice first down.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do, because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Chris Olave.
36 yards.
And the Oilers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real. After
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
But 1st down, Hurts.
And a little floater there is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
You better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Hurts throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Carter straight ahead.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
Out to his left.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Azeez Ojulari coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. That's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Hurts fumbles it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
He gets this one to Burks. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught. Humphries.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Ready.
On 1st down, Humphries, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Oilers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
KC's offense ready to take over.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Hurts throw there, complete to Allen.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the set.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
Previous plays coming review.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This to C.J. Ham, the fullback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Hurts.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hurts. Finding Carter on the slant. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Going deep here for Allen. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So we're at halftime of this AFC Wild.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the lead swells. 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts.
Caught on the right side by Adams.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Throwing is Hurts.
Completes it to the... And the ball is knocked out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the deficit will hold at 22. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Another run on second down with Carter.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Welcome back now here in London. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He finds his target, Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now back to throw.
A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On first down, Hurts.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Josh Palmer
from 8 yards out.
And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is Palmer. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They go play action with Hurts.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Allen's got it complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got him in, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! C.J. Ham, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Up the middle they go. Humphries. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Chiefs now down by 10. And time, a huge factor. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 2nd and 9.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.